Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're serious about the digital asset space, and let's get right into it today. Guys, I just recorded this entire video and realized that it did not save properly, so I have to restart. So bear with me. This is very, very interesting information, so be sure to stick around. And guys, check out that second channel. Links in the description. So, Stephen Bull from the DIP sharing this. Now, many of you might not be able to find the website existing today because what happened, and Thomas actually shared and shed some light on this, and he also is one of the big contributors for the XRP ledger as well, and a Forbes contributor. You guys can, read a lot of his articles and work as well. And he was explaining that the author that we're going to talk about has actually, removed the website, deleted their tweets, old handles, and originally this was an initial coin offering that was planned, but now replaced by plans of private seed funding. All right. Obviously, ICOs kind of had a bad name for them later on 2017, 2018. So potentially, maybe there's more funds to be made and more reputable backing for this type of thing. So let's talk about it, and then we'll kind of go back to this. And again, I want to go over some additional news for the XRP community. So right here, Stephen Bull from the DIP sharing this solution, Dexta. This is DEXTA. So a decentralized exchange, but this is a hybrid. So it's mixed. It's a centralized, decentralized exchange, or CDEX. Now this is actually powered entirely by the XRP ledger's native decentralized exchange on the XRPL, the DEX. And many people do not know. Everyone just thinks XRP, but they're missing the big picture of what the ledger has and what kind of awesome features and capabilities it has. It has an inherently built decentralized exchange. It has auto bridging features. It has all kinds of things we've talked about on this channel. We've gone through xrpl.org numerous times. And if you are tech savvy, go learn about it. You guys can learn to run your own validator, you name it. So again, the vision behind XRP Ledger itself, and keep in mind XRP is the native token, they want to basically have a decentralized marketplace running in this vision of tokenizing and digitizing and facilitating the digital exchange of every asset of value in the world in real time, thereby globally enabling the IOE. Remember, IOV is Internet of Value. This is Internet of Exchange, guys, a truly distributed marketplace. Every asset, whether, as we can see below, these things that would be tokenized sport contracts, artwork, vehicles, insurance, cryptocurrency, other fiat, stocks, commodities, real estate, derivatives, and, futures products, options, swaps, you name it, gift cards, loans, collateralized debt positions. It goes on and on. Everything, metals, if I've already said it, all tokenized, all right? And this is just the beginning. All right. So again, the IOE, the Internet of Exchange, can be made possible by tokenizing every asset as an XRP Ledger token on the XRP Ledger, and then pairing each asset against Dexta's native utility token, DXTA. Now, this is where I grow a little weary. I don't like having another token or another, issue of trust facilitating this exchange, but let's move on and kind of see what they're talking about and offering. So the XRP Ledger, as we can see, is one of the most widely and globally adopted distributed ledgers in the world today. Obviously, one of the good reasons why they'd want to build on this. Right here, more than 50 million ledgers have been closed on the XRP Ledger successfully. Guys, stable. For the past 7 years, there's never been an error. There's no double spending issues. There's no rollbacks like Bitcoin, etc. So the settlement on the XRP Ledger is 3 to 4 seconds. On-ledger throughput is up to 1,500 transactions per second, and then payment channels can actually be scaled, and their throughput can compete with the likes of Visa, which is about, right here, it says 65,000 transactions per second. So XRP Ledger is a decentralized cryptographic ledger powered by a network of peer-to-peer servers. It is home of XRP, the digital asset designed to bridge the many different currencies in use worldwide. The XRP Ledger, of course, boasts of censorship-resistant transaction processing, fast and efficient consensus algorithms, and responsible software governance, and secure and adaptable cryptography. Let's keep going. Sorry about if you guys can hear the sirens in the background. I don't know what's going on. All right, so right here, it's a matter of time before all the 300 plus, banks of RippleNet can leverage on-demand liquidity on the XRP Ledger itself. And then, of course, this is all written by them. talking about the partnership and why it's so important. They've been working and building these payment rails, and Ripple's been, working tirelessly to establish markets and grow this liquidity, grow the, regulatory clarity, having some of the biggest board members from world governments, central banks, and also, the SEC, CFTC, all kinds of relations with asset managers like BlackRock, and having them as board members to ensure that they are following the guidelines and working with regulations. So regulators around the world are spending countless hours and effort in creating and improving their digital asset regulations. We can see central banks exploring central bank digital currencies. They've been exploring with digital currencies for, decades, but central bank digital currencies have become a big topic of discussion. As we can see the whole narrative with COVID, talking about cash being infectious, getting real-time payments, we see the banks evolving. Now, we believe that central bank digital currencies or stablecoins will predominantly be bridged via the growing XRP ledger network of 300 banks, and hence via ODL, on-demand liquidity, using XRP, as there are significant benefits of instant settlements related to delayed settlements. All right? Relative. This degree of adoption will make XRP ledger the go-to global blockchain of the world. And this is really my belief. You don't have to believe that. You can continue your own research, but I do like how they worded this, and this is kind of a lot of things that I share on this channel. So auto bridging, we can see here. Auto bridging, for those of you that do not know, this is on XRP's decentralized exchange, and it actually allows two non-XRP currencies, or two IOUs that are on the XRP ledger, to be bridged by XRP as an intermediary, as that bridge asset in a synthetic order book. And this serves to improve liquidity across all currency pairs by using XRP. When doing so is cheaper than trading those currencies directly. So they can still trade those IOUs, but if it is cheaper to utilize XRP for liquidity, they will do so. Regardless, of course, there's a minuscule burn rate to protect the network from spam. Bottom line, guys, XRP is truly a utility settlement token. You are, owning this protocol. It will be used. The question is to what degree and how high. Okay? It is not meant to be a stable coin. It is not meant to be $1 or even $5. It is meant to move true value, as we can see here. And it truly is on that route. So again, we're waiting for regulatory clarity. We're waiting for these moments where banks finally do make the switch and make the true integration and are ready to go. So furthermore, offer execution can use a combination of both direct and auto-bridged offers to achieve the best total exchange rate. All right. And then we can see this roadmap, lastly, 2019 through 2021, literally just end of 2020. I think we are in for a big surprise. You can see the patent filing, as we can see here, major groups, equity, derivatives, etc. And then this is what I wanted to show you right here, 2020 Q4 and 2021 Q1. This is where I think is going to be, potentially one of the biggest bull runs for crypto. I think we are long overdue unless we, come to one sooner. Right here, the mobile apps, and then the functionality itself. Interledger protocol, R3 with Corda in their open source blockchain platform, and then Hyperledger bridges. Hyperledger and Ripple, they literally just built the Interledger protocol, gifted it to the World Wide Web Consortium, the W3C, the organization responsible for, setting standards for the internet itself. And now they're helping them, and they're setting standards for the internet of value. ILP and XRP have been built in tandem since their inception. There's bigger things going on. All right. And again, Thomas just kind of going on to the point that I already shared about IOUs and, this DEX to token. Now you have to trust the custodian of the asset that's tokenized as well. Seems a little hypocritical. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, again, there's going to be various types of models, but this could work. All right. Now to the news. So right here, guys, Japanese holdings company to use blockchain for foreign exchange trading. As we can see here, Japan-based SBI Holdings, and again, SBI is a huge original investor in XRP, announced on April 16th that it will begin using R3 blockchain consortium technology for foreign exchange trading. This will be the first practical application of Corda, of the Corda blockchain in the country. All right. Next up, BitCasino announces XRP support, bringing fast transactions and low fees to the game. So as we can see here, April 16th, the world's first licensed Bitcoin-led casino operator, BitCasino, now accepts Ripple payments. Again, they use Ripple and XRP interchangeably, because back in the day, they really just kind of called XRPs, they called them Ripples, believe it or not, making XRP the next crypto to enjoy the casino's wide range of games. So maybe a silly use case, but hey, if it has utility, Good for that. That's not what I'm banking on. Just wanted to show you what else is being used. All right, given in a place, now Ripple is proud to be a part of the tech community's response to COVID-19. As we can see here, Ripple, of course, well-funded, one of the highest valued private companies in Silicon Valley to date. Ripple and its co-founder, Chris Larsen, are donating $5 million, $1 million each to 5 food banks and meal service providers that are supporting families and individuals in the area. Next up, guys, I wanted to share this by Ganesh Hiramath. So, breaking today, again, this was April 14th, regulations for, again, the global stablecoin, GSC, like Facebook Libra, for example, is released today by G20's Financial Stability Board, FSB. So, what is this global stablecoin actually? Well, typically, they have stable prices. Again, they're easily available to the common man institution. They're controlled, they're centralized, etc. So, what we can see here, this is again the Block Crypto sharing this G20 watchdog issues recommendations for regulating these global stablecoins. Especially stablecoins that are private are going to be hammered hard by regulation. So, used by cross-border transfer, they're easily tradable on crypto asset trading platforms. It's regarded as derivative, or because it derives its value from an underlying basket of financial assets, for example, a reserve fund, and can be deemed as securities in some countries. All right, now finally, why Libra is so important to these G20 countries that they need to change their regulations altogether to support Libra. All the countries are releasing their own central bank digital currencies, then why private global stablecoin, or why is a private global stablecoin such as Libra needed? What are the governments secretly planning in the name of Libra? Now again, guys, Libra, it's just a permission database. Watch my video I released several days ago, just, saying not worried about Libra if you guys want to learn more about that. I'm not going to emphasize it as I already have. And then again, right here, XRP is going to be the bridge currency for the global stablecoin or even the International Monetary Funds. I can't even talk. The International Monetary Funds, SDR, which is the special drawing rights. This is why we do one take uncut, guys. My mouth is so dry and I already did this video. All right. I believe that most of these central bank digital currencies, special drawing rights, or these, global stable coins settlements will happen through Interledger Protocol with XRP Ledger and then XRP. So we have the protocol, we have the ledger, and then we have the asset. And this will be the nucleus of this whole digital ecosystem, where I would like to say it's kind of the nexus point, the center, the point of interconnection that everything has to flow through. So how can I say this? And this is just his opinion because of Ripple's chain of institutional ties and network. And I would even go beyond that as well and support that with groups like BlackRock, with groups like R3 backed originally, these guys like Goldman Sachs, even JP Morgan, don't be fooled. The Federal Reserve and FedWire, there's so many connections. We're on the, the Faster Payments Task Force for the Federal Reserve. There's just too many coincidences at this point, guys, and you're realizing that we're going digital. Personally, I'm sick of waiting for price. I'm only human, but I see what is happening, and I'm very, very confident in the future of the XRP ecosystem. I'm very confident in the success and, obviously the technology and the prowess of the XRP ledger itself. And then, of course, Interledger Protocol. I've already had, did a huge video that, I Am Legion and other great researchers kind of demonstrated to us. Just know it is all right in front of us. If you are worried about price, you do not understand fundamentals and what is occurring and how quickly things can happen. Remember, there's been bear markets. You can find articles in 2000 or even, a long time ago saying do not invest in Apple and Amazon. They're internet companies. They're volatile. Stay away. They're going to, internet companies are going to fail. You can go to the early days in the early 90s during that bear market of Netscape and Microsoft. Guess what happened? All the retail folks, you and I, they sold, and for 2 years, it was the highest level of institutional buying of stocks in, probably in record-breaking history. I broke down the stats in a previous video. I'm not going to just, try to guess what it was. But guys, these things occur all the time, and now we've been in a several-year bear market. Metals have been smashed and suppressed along with cryptocurrencies, the pieces of IP protocol that can be utilized in the network. Many will die entirely, but those that succeed, I believe it's all or nothing. They're either going to skyrocket or not be used. All right, now Grayscale, again, headed by Barry Sobert, again, one of the original investors in Ripple. His first investments were, early 2013 in these companies. He's kind of agnostic, doesn't really share his opinion about XRP. But again, Grayscale, they hold, what, 2% of all the Bitcoin in the world. And now they're demonstrating XRP. April 16th, just talking about it. They've already had it, in saying XRP has gained momentum amongst both financial institutions and individual users. Why? Learn more about XRP in our Building Blocks report, aimed to help investors of all levels better understand the digital asset class. All right, so now we're seeing this introduction to XRP, grayscale.co. You're going to see more and more of this. The biggest thing I want to hammer home is something like this occurring. To me, I think is very likely. I think if this does occur, it goes to show that this was just not whipped together and it was planned for quite some time. I'm not really concerned with use cases like this, but this is just icing on the cake. Sure, why not? We have a bunch of them at this point. I'm more interested in the folks at, Spring and groups like, Forte, and they're building on other cryptocurrencies too. I think that many, many assets will survive, and there's going to be even some that fit in like a special niche or niche and really, really help provide utility. All right, Ripple giving back. And then talking about this, regardless, we're still having walled gardens, whether it's fiat in cash or if it's digital. There's still ecosystems. There's an issue of trust. There's an issue of interoperability, and you need a distributed network. Of course, this goes hand in hand with trust to validate these transactions. The future is going to be based on mathematical consensus. That is what's happening. You're not going to be trusting banks anymore. It's going to be written down. Smart contracts, everything will be automated. This is the route we're going. I continue guys to continue doing your own research, question everything. Anything that I say that you disagree with, let me know down below. I appreciate it, as always, and I will see you in the next video.